Yo, shout out to all my entrepreneurs out there. Y'all know me and Rick got a clothing brand called Goody Brand, and it is difficult to stay organized and keep grinding sometimes, okay? But that's why we use Shopify. It makes things so easy. For real, for real. We use it in real life, for real, okay? So what you need to do is upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify, all right? Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/chaser, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/chaser to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/chaser. Yo, how are your fantasy football skills? All right, download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, select between 2 and 6 players, and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat. It's that simple. And for all the first-time Pick 6 players, check this out. New customers play $5 on your first pick set and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code CHASERPOD. That's code CHASERPOD for new customers to play $5 on your first pick set. Get $50 in Pick 6 credits only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits expire in 6 months. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
3, 2, 1.
Cash money, young money, mother F the other side. They could war with us if they want. I bring them homicide. Word to my mama, I'm gonna continue bombing.
Oh, word.
Told her getting out the game was like coming out of a coma. I'm trying. That's that Wayne. Y'all ain't get that. Y'all ain't get that Carter too.
Welcome back.
Yeah, that's our first one.
Sometimes you guys just gotta let it. You
You
gotta
know
let
what I
it
mean?
breathe.
Yeah, I could keep going.
I
It's a 7-minute joint.
everything from Carter 2, honestly.
Go right
It's
now.
such a good
What you
album.
got right top of your head?
I'm in the game. I'm on.
What's like? Welcome back to No Jackson
I spent the
Podcast.
G on these frames, but my vision is priceless. Seeing through these niggas like a fucking psychic, man. That was such a hard line.
Weezy F baby, man.
He dropped the G on the Cartier, so he's saying my vision is priceless, but I did spend a rack on these.
Welcome back to No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu. I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Ricky's out. Ricky, he's sick today. Yeah.
With the vid?
Yeah. Huh?
With the vid?
For the 5th time. No, I'm just playing.
You know those people, though?
Yeah. He didn't send us a video for us to play and like see.
Oh, no, just wait. I can't play it because he's like naked and shit.
Okay.
But
Classic Rick.
Yeah,
today we got my boys, my
Yeah.
guys, multiple times on the No Chaser Podcast. This is your second time as a duo.
Duo, yeah.
You know, if you know, you know. If you don't, you should know. Make some noise for Trey and Jay. What's up, y'all?
Come on, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.
The kneecaps out edition, man. I'm here.
Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I forgot we go kneecaps on this episode.
At least you're not doing all the thigh meat.
Yeah, no, I could thigh it.
You could.
Yo, honestly though, for some reason when you sit down and you just stay still, they just slide all the way up. So by the end of this, I might be
I
speedo.
consider full palm, that's thigh meat. Anything below that is still chill. That's sneaky.
Yeah?
But if you
Yeah.
get full palm and up, thigh meat.
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
That's
You know,
good.
I
Yeah.
just-
I'll keep the thigh.
Like I just got comfortable with really having my thighs out like that
Love
for
it.
the
Really,
past
huh?
couple years,
Recent
and then
breakthrough?
it's like they're not doing that anymore.
The
Cheers.
thigh
Cheers
meat.
to that.
the
Yeah,
thigh meat out
cheers
is
to
a
that
good
thigh
move.
meat going
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to thighs.
Cheers to thigh.
Yeah, thighs out season.
Thighs out. Yeah, it's good to have it. My thighs are like they needed sun. So
Yeah.
being out here in Florida, I was like, okay, cool. I can
Oh, yeah.
tan the thigh meat.
That's where all my veins are at, man. You can see them.
You got some veiny thighs?
Mhm.
Just blue. You just see it. You
Varicose.
just see where the blood is going.
Well, first of all, how are you guys, man? It's good to see you. Oh,
Burning, chest
This-
burning.
It's whiskey.
it's the Beyonce.
Yeah, we off that Beyonce.
You
Yeah.
off the Beyonce.
Yeah.
on the
Surfboard.
Beyonce. Oh, okay. She made whiskey?
Yeah, it's a fairly new development. It just kind of randomly, you know how she just likes to randomly drop things.
Yeah.
And she dropped the whiskey like I don't know, a month ago or some shit.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
All the single ladies, man.
For all the single ladies.
Yeah, I should have sang Me, Myself, and I, man. That's my hit.
And that's
That's my one Beyonce joint.
Yeah.
The one, just one?
That's all I
The
need.
go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me not say that on here.
I'm partial to Love on Top.
Love
What's
on
that?
Top. How does that?
Baby, it's you. You're
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's like wedding.
That melody
that's
from
like
somewhere
wedding
else though,
shit,
right?
bro.
That exists already?
I don't think so.
Or she made that joint?
That's her, dog.
That's
And then
okay.
like the keys keep going up at the end.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
don't
someone's
know.
good. I don't know
No
if that's
information coming
it.
out.
Could be though.
Could be.
It could be beat. I
Maybe.
don't know.
Yeah, but we're wholesome, man. Everything's great. It's always be. It's always.
Are
great
you
to get
wholesome,
back to
though?
that. Yeah, we're all wholesome.
I'm
Man.
always
Always
wholesome,
wholesome. Everything's great.
Define wholesome.
Man, everything's feeling good. We're healthy.
Mhm.
We're getting paid.
Ow.
You know what I
Braids
mean?
look clean.
The braids are clean.
Right.
Wow.
So it was a good day. Yeah, fresh out of the
Wholesome
Tupperware.
braid
Man.
up.
Yeah,
Wow.
just pop the
Braid
do rag off outside.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean?
Tail
That's
flapping.
good
Yep.
feeling.
Yeah.
And
No
your
Chase
hair is looking
exclusive.
just beautiful as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut
Columbia
it.
roots.
I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut
Wait, you're
it.
gonna do what?
I'm gonna cut it.
Why?
This is not my look.
Okay.
I just like
He said, this is not on purpose.
you know what?
Why?
It's a long story, but essentially my barber is raising the price to cut hair,
Uh-huh.
and I feel personally my hair grows way too quick. So it's like,
It's not worth it.
how much would you pay for a haircut? Like if you're me?
Oh, the lady's been paying.
No, ladies been paying.
But they also, I think,
But not as
ladies
often.
underestimate how much
I feel like
men.
30. I feel like 30
You said-
men,
We about
like
to-
30
we about to-
minimum.
we about to
but
blow
it's
your
about
mind.
like 50 plus.
We about to
depending on
blow
getting full service.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so me, I'm gonna do a bald fade around. So it's just low.
And are you get like steam towel everything whole?
They don't do
They
that.
don't?
They should. Yeah.
Let me
the price-
guess.
But you're paying at least 50 to 70.
This is in Florida,
Yeah, this is in
Mhm.
Florida.
Orlando,
Mm-hmm.
and you are getting a ball fade, a
Ball
shave
fade.
as well. They cleaning up the beard.
They clean up the beard.
Clean up the
yeah.
beard. No hot towel though.
No hot
hot
towel.
I'm gonna say your dude is charging you 85.
See, I said 75.
But you on that LA shit though.
No,
So
but
like, it's
I am.
expensive out here.
No, no, no.
You know
I'm,
that's expensive.
I'm not
Yeah,
denying
that's
that it's expensive. I'm
Right.
saying
Okay,
this
okay.
is what it
Yeah.
feels like it would be.
Yeah.
85?
70.
70.
Yeah.
70 USD
yeah.
though. We're
Oh, you were right.
Coming from
She was right, but she said 30 to begin with, and then
Yeah.
you seen our faces, and then
She said, no, they're not getting no $30 bullshit.
It was 70. Yeah, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Because I was about to say, you know, oh, you might be thinking about some supercut shit, but even like the quick, like those type shits, not even like your personal go-to barber might hit you for like 60 something, you know what I'm
the
saying, for a
mainstream
fade.
prices.
Mhm.
Yeah, my guy, well, my OG guy, Vince,
Oh,
them shits was probably hitting for like 90.
Today?
Well, and back in the day, but he's so damn busy now. I had my main guy was my backup guy. Now he's my main guy. My shout out to Sergio, who's great as well.
Yeah.
Them shits be hitting for like 80, 85.
Easy.
No beard. That's just for the fade and
Oh
the
yeah,
lineup.
baby
And,
version.
and minimum twice a month, right?
Yeah, to keep it clean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to keep
twice
it-
a month.
I can go 3. That's how fast my hair grows.
Okay.
So this is why this started.
It's not a bad look.
It's not a bad
It's not
look.
straight.
It's not a bad look.
Girls, for
It's just-
girls.
Yeah, but it's just so much to keep up with, and then all this product.
Oh no,
product,
doing
product,
this
all
is
that
hard
shit.
work.
No, yeah, and
No,
then you
it
lay
is.
down like
It
this.
is.
Look, you
And
lift your head real quick. Now your shit's like
Mhm.
lopsided.
That
You
is
gotta zhuzh it up.
That's all that. I'd rather just put a do-rag on and just go.
Mhm.
Put a
See?
hat on, just go. But yeah, I just wanted to prove a point because he raised the price from 50 to 70. That's how
I'm gonna show you my
Yeah.
curls.
Yeah.
And that's-
yeah.
It's so expensive.
Take
I'm
this.
gonna show off that I have good hair.
And that's Orlando though. That's not even Hollywood shit.
Yeah, no, what, bro?
You're
To the
right,
point
you're
where
the
we thought,
humidity, and
You're
it's
right.
gonna curl. It's gonna be fine. Like you act
Yeah.
like you really out here struggling.
No, I was.
Nah, but you know what I mean?
I was.
but you gonna raise the price. There's no new services. Like what? What? All right, what do I get? You get $20
Right.
more. What do I get?
At least the hot towel.
At least the hot.
At
least
least
a
a
hot
hot
towel.
towel.
And what upset me the most is like he just kept saying like, "Yeah, just post on your Instagram and like shout me out."
Oh no, and
no,
charge
no.
you?
For
Hold
a
on, wait,
discount?
you wanted to shout
Nah,
out and
But then he just started recording me, and I was like, "All right." And he's like, "Yo, bro, how come you never repost?" Oh, fuck am I?
He don't jack you off?
Who's?
Does
what?
he jack you off after the
I
cut?
thought you said, "Do you know Jackie off?" I said, Who? That's
extra. You don't wanna
processed
pay for
on me.
extra?
That's
yeah,
what I said.
that's extra services. Bro. You already charged
Show
$70.
my dollars, I don't wanna pay.
No, I'm
Oh,
also two like every week and a half for me.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
a nice time to go get it.
Yeah, and here's what's fucked up because Rick hit me this morning. He was like, you know what's crazy? He's like, I give myself a fade every time before we record just to put a hat on, and I was like, bruh,
That is true.
I wish
Yeah.
I had a fresh fade under these beanies I'm about to be wearing tomorrow because something about the fresh under this just feels
that's all
better.
you need. That's all you need. All you need
Bruh,
is
if
to show the
if I
burns.
let my shit go for longer than 2 weeks, I feel like I look just so fat and disgusting.
Yeah.
If this shit's a little bit fuzzy, I feel like I'm breaking out. I'm fucking fat.
Clean.
My
Yeah.
nipples
You
are
blaming it
puffier.
on the kids. I got 2 kids.
I got 2 kids. I look terrible. It's
Yeah.
important.
It's important, man. So it's important to take a stand.
So why not go longer to get braids?
Because everyone thinks we're twins, and like when we're growing up, we had the same type of hair. So then he went curly, and then I'm like, okay, you're leaving the haircuts behind.
Yeah.
So I've been paying haircuts longer than he's been paying haircuts now. So I'm just sick and tired of it. And if I go get braids, we're gonna look alike.
That's true.
Yeah, we might switch.
Yeah, I switch it.
I'll get off, you get on.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna cut it next week.
Real
R.I.P.
deal.
Yeah.
You know when you get that love though when you tell people you're gonna cut your hair, like,
Yeah.
no,
No,
you look so good right now. You're like, shit.
You're like, oh my God, does it?
And,
Yeah,
Should I leave
you
it?
never
Should I
know.
and then they see you again. You're like, you
You're like,
got
what
that,
happened to that bullshit?
He's
What is
still on that
that?
bullshit. Bro,
homeless?
I called my dad. He said, "What are you doing?" Oh, all right, goodbye. Goodbye, bro.
No, I kind of. I mean, I've said this before, but I have to keep my shit fresh, or else like the grays are kind of like
Yeah.
creeping in real hard, and I'm not ready to fully embrace just yet. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, grays in the beard. And I'm like, what am I even doing?
Yo, Lord knows times are tough and it's difficult to run your own business, okay? Lord knows it's even more difficult for me to stay organized with the ADHD. I'm scatterbrained, I'm a Pisces, all that, whatever you want to think about it, okay? It's difficult, okay? So when me and Rick started Goody Brand, it was a struggle to handle addresses, shipping, sizes, all that. And that's why we use Shopify. We really do use it for real. It's so easy to use, helps us stay organized. You can upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use with Shopify, okay? Let me tell you something, all right? Nobody does selling better than Shopify, okay? It's home of the #1 checkout on the planet. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between, all right? So just for y'all, I got a special deal. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/chaser, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/chaser to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/chaser. You know what's my favorite part of football season, guys? Is checking out the post-game stats. I mean, come on. It's the best, right? Which wideouts scored more than 2 touchdowns? Which QBs threw for less than 350 yards? Think you can pick who will do what before kickoff? Then play Pick 6 from DraftKings, an official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, select between 2 and 6 players, and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat. It's that simple. And for all the first-time Pick 6 players, check this out. New customers play $5 on your first pick set, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Now that's just lit. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code CHASERPOD. That's CHASERPOD for new customers to play $5 on your first pick set. Get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits expire in 6 months. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
I'm too young for this.
What
It's
am
not
I
supposed to be
even
happening.
doing?
Yeah, what the fuck?
31.
I'm 30.
It's fucked up.
I think it's because I'm combing my beard and I'm pulling the hairs out. So that and
Yeah, the
that
follicle
activates the
restarts.
grays.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, ladies don't mind gray. If anything,
Really?
absolutely. Gray
Oh,
in the
shit.
gray in the hair, gray in the beard, that's fine.
But you see those guys with the gray streak and they make gray like really a part of their character? Not like just, I can't help it. This shit's just
Well,
fucking...
yeah.
being-
Some,
you know what I
those,
mean?
I
You
think
see,
that's
those are
this
sharp.
is now I can't believe you because
Why?
you just went one way and now you're saying
No. I like the gray in the beard. Even like okay, look, you can't help how your gray grows.
Yeah.
But if you decide to make it a part of your personality, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's sprinkled through, it is. But there are some people that look better. We had this conversation about how when men age, like y'all tend to get better. The grown
deal.
look, the grays aren't
Yeah.
really going against you. If anything, they
deal.
play in your
Real
favor
deal.
for the most
Real
part.
And women be trash.
It hurts every time you say it. Tim.
No, I've never said that. No, I like a good MILF situation. So I'm not mad at the older women either. Not that you're a MILF, Nikki Blades.
No, that requires children.
Oh, for real?
Or a cougar, I should say.
Meow.
Not that you're a cougar yet,
No.
because you're definitely not.
No,
What's
I
the
would
difference?
be.
A MILF and a cougar?
A buff
You need to be a mom to be a MILF.
Yeah.
A buff cougar?
What?
Is that a MILF or
Oh, MILF cougar. Oh, MILF, you gotta be a mom. Cougar,
Yes.
okay.
You just gotta be older.
So what is the equivalent for a male
A
cougar?
a male cougar?
Dilf or a
dad I'd like to.
silver fox.
Silver
Oh,
fox.
silver fox.
But
Sugar daddy, ain't that a
no,
sugar daddy?
But
No,
silver
no,
fox is
silver-
just with the gray hairs.
Yeah,
That's older. See where we're going? That means
Okay,
older.
okay.
Someone called me a silver fox the other day.
Ew.
Like, what's up, silver fox?
Wow, she
Fuck.
called you old. High key.
Damn, bro.
Hey, well,
Man.
since we're talking about like getting older, let me ask you this, because Chia, I brought this up to Chia the other day.
All right.
I
Shout
thought it
out
was
Chia, my Canadian sister.
yes, I thought it was a interesting topic, right?
Mhm.
Because we're watching this show where this girl fell out of love. I was watching Chaos on Nikki Blaze's recommendation.
Yes, on
Um,
Netflix.
Okay.
And first episode, this girl is she doesn't love her husband anymore, right?
Mhm.
And I was watching with Chia, and I was like, babe, you know what? I feel like let's say we stop loving each other,
Mm.
we probably just stay married, right? Like we got the crib together, like we got kids. Like I feel like I'll be good with just maintaining this with you. And and just doing our thing. We used to live
Yeah.
together, maintain everything. I mean,
Roommate mode?
yeah, like 'cause she's also like, we got the immigration, Canadian shit, like
Yeah.
it's so many layers. I'm like, let's just stay married and just live our lives,
Keep it
right?
simple, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, you would be cool with that, right? She was like, no.
No.
She was like, if I don't love you anymore, I'm divorcing you and I'm moving out. And I was like, I was shocked, bro. I was like, what?
why were you shocked?
Because I'm like, I've always thought Chia was such a logical person, and she is.
Mhm.
But maybe I'm being.
You
I'm
thought she
thinking-
was that cool.
Maybe I'm thinking she's
She's chill. She's
You
chill.
think she's
Yeah.
that chill that the day that you tell her that you don't love her anymore, you just want to live in the same house as me, don't sleep with me, and let me do whatever I want because I'm technically single, but we could still be here? You
Yeah.
thought she was that cool?
I thought she would be like, that makes sense.
That
To
makes sense.
who?
I see what you're saying.
How do y'all feel? Let's say y'all were married.
All right, we'll start with you.
My take, I don't want to deal with a lawyer. You never want to have a guy in a suit at a table asking you a bunch of
Mm-mm.
questions and shit and get in your pockets.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't got no plans to remarry anyway. I'm going to just keep it chill anyway. Just coast. Let's not get him all in our business and shit.
You know.
I slide you a little 50 stat. You know what I mean? We keep it chill from there.
Wait, why are you giving her 50?
That's it.
You know what I mean? Just a little break off. You know what I mean?
Because that's what it's gonna go to. It's gonna, all right, I'll give you.
But 50's better
and
than
then
half the
that's it.
whole,
Right,
you know what I mean? Selling the house
But
and
I'm just
splitting
saying.
it in
All
half.
right, everyone stop.
Let me get a hotel.
Everyone relax.
I get hotels Wednesday, Thursday.
I agree with Tim, but I do know that's like more so a dude's way of thinking. Because like for real. Because even if I'm talking to a girl on a level of like, all right, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, but I'm just trying to like be friends. I'll be like, oh, I'm cool to chill or whatever. She's like, no, we should be in a relationship.
Yeah.
So on that level of like, okay, well, we don't love each other anymore. Maybe we shouldn't divorce, and maybe we should just
Absolutely.
maybe we should just continue this marriage, but not on that level. I mean, now aren't you entering like a Will Smith, Jada Pickett?
Yeah, you can
Ah.
open a relationship.
That's true. And then
You
people might look at you funny for that.
You know what I mean? But I mean, fuck, that's a whole different conversation because I feel like Will Smith should have never got on the internet because that's when people just got at him
Yeah.
and opened his door. But honestly, if you really want me to go there, I don't think. I think I just feel like in that world where Will is coming from, I can see that world existing where it's like, all right, we can go. For you to say one person to one person, I can understand how, in some eyes, some perspectives, they'll be like, that's okay or that's not okay. When there's cultures, religions that say we should have 10 wives, and
Right.
kids with all these women, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's really all perspective, man. I feel like me personally, I'm the type of guy that can make whatever work.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just be like, yeah, I'm chilling, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go your approach, but they're not gonna see it like that.
Divorce in the same house.
Okay,
I'll be like,
now
I hear the logic. Like I hear the logic behind it.
and look, I'll tell you
I
this.
hear the logic.
I'll tell you this before
because the way you described it, I'm like, okay, I see where you're going.
but I understand why my take is odd. But
Mhm.
go ahead.
So it really depends on how the love is lost.
Mhm.
I feel like that's going to play a big part, and if
Yep.
both parties are no longer in love with each other,
Mhm.
because
Mm.
the natural reaction, if you're telling me as my partner, if I don't love you no more and I still love you, You want to be in the same house with me, and I love you, and you don't love me.
Right.
I don't want to see your face. I want nothing to do with you. Get the fuck out my house.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know, so
You're not trying to hear me fucking in the next room?
absolutely not. Like, get the fuck out of the house.
Come on, man. We single.
Yeah, we're single, we're chilling. What you mean?
Right, and then that's how problems happen.
Yeah.
But that's also why like co-parenting with certain people works, and sometimes it doesn't. When
Yeah,
two
for
people
real.
decide to make adult decisions and they realize that it's not like a love decision, more of a logical decision, of course those things can work out.
Yeah.
But say I have my own life and I have my own job and I could do these things for myself. I don't need you. Why the fuck am I going to live in the same house as you? I don't need
Yeah,
I don't
that's right.
need you. I was with you because I wanted to be with you.
Mhm.
We did this because we wanted a life together, and you no longer love me or want a life with me, then I think that we should separate. Now, not saying it has to be crazy messy, and then I think that that's where all that comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be understanding enough to not try to take you for everything.
Mhm.
Again, depending on why we fell out of
Yeah,
love,
absolutely.
that's going to be the deciding factor.
I mean, and I told Chia too, I'm like, hey, look, it's like no one cheated situation. If somebody was just like, you know what? I'm not feeling this anymore.
Mhm.
And I was like, baby, I think it'd be easier if we just.
Well, first you got to pitch that I don't love you no more. You got to break
Yeah.
that first.
Yeah,
Like, when
yeah.
it comes down to it, it's like, look, I'm not feeling
Look,
it.
look, my parents are still together. So my parents have been together 37 years.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents speak very openly to me about all their things.
Mhm.
And it feels like they've come to a point where it's like, yeah, I love you and I never want to be with anybody else and we're going to be here. That's just what it is. That many years in, we can have this conversation. But if we're not that many years in, and you're telling me that that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
that takes a like deep level of friendship, and also knowing like I love you as a person, and
Yeah.
I love you for what this was, but
Yeah.
I also don't want anybody else because you're not gonna be with nobody else.
Well, I tell you
I-
what. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I think it's like, again, it's gonna come down. I feel people are just more so like, I didn't want to say controlling, but you know, it's gonna come to a point where they're like, nobody else, just me. Until you get to that level of like, all right, we're on a floating rock here. Who cares?
Right.
Like generally,
Yeah.
who cares? What are we?
what's
Like,
with
what are we even doing? You know what I
Right.
mean? That's where you get to that point of like, all right, who gives a shit? Because I'll always love someone, even if like, all right, some show's done. Cool, I love you. I can stay here. Like, my mom, my dad can do fucking so many things to us where I'm just like, all right, I'm not gonna not love you anymore. I still love you regardless of what it is. So
But at a certain point, right? Like I feel like once you've had enough life, if you are trying to cut me off though, well, there's still plenty of life for me to go out and live. And you don't want to be with me anymore romantically. I wouldn't want to be disrespectful to the person that I care about, right?
True.
So we would still have to figure out how to operate in this space.
Absolutely.
yeah, but we figure out how to operate and then we'll go from there. I don't think you live there forever. I don't know what you're on.
Yeah, maybe not forever.
You just gonna say like,
It's like, no, forever.
No, but I feel like
No,
this
like, this
too.
is the rest of my
he
life.
said, look, did you hear the paperwork I gave you? Well, list the reasons why I don't want to split things.
Well, you know what just clicked in my head too? Like if Chia said, hey, you know what, I'm maybe not in love anymore, then I'd be like, okay, cool. Let's just coexist, right? Raise these kids, whatever. But if she ever said, I don't think you're funny anymore, I'd be like, yo, get the fuck out.
I don't know how this is going to work.
Fuck out my house.
yeah.
Get out.
Even you saying that, I was like,
Dare you?
That wasn't funny.
God.
Bro, I hate that, man. You're in like a little bit of tension or whatever. And like, you know, she always laughs at this type of shit. When she just like extra hold it in, like that wasn't funny.
Like did you hear the
That's the
joke?
equivalent
Did
of
you
like when
hear
you
what I
stop telling
said?
her she's pretty. You don't
Yeah, I
tell me
feel that.
You don't tell me I'm
Absolutely.
pretty
You
no
hear
more.
what I said.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we're talking about living with somebody or staying in a situation. Have you guys ever moved in with someone that you really didn't want to live with, but
Oh,
you
no.
did it?
That wouldn't happen.
Oh, we have a no and a yes.
Oh yeah. Bruh, you gotta be so real in life and so honest with yourself. And when you're not honest, that exact moment you're not honest with yourself is the moment you're living a lie, which is kind of fucked because people will understand that and still go on. And I feel like it was just I just didn't want to live with the person that I was living with. I wanted to live with the person I thought I knew. Type being.
Oh,
But to you know, not just say I'm the sick one, because I was also not the person that she thought she knew.
right.
So it was just a weird mix, and we're there. And at that point, we were just coexisting, where it's like, all right, we're together, but we know we're not really together. So it's different, but I learned in that time to say, okay, cool, you can still love someone, be with them, but not treat them that way. It was almost like we're kind of helping each other prepare for the journey that we're about to be on, where we're separated. So I didn't mind it in that sense, but I just felt uncomfortable. Where I'm like, okay, this is gonna be easier if I just say, yo, listen, this is what I'm doing, and like I'm not really feeling this. You feel that way? All right, cool. We still love each other, but we know we're about to go this way. So that part was easy for me, but I feel like I had to be in that situation to make that move.
Yeah, you never want to buy a couch or something. You know you're not gonna.
Oh,
you start seeing the couch prices and the furniture prices.
It's like, look, babies is one thing, but the couch.
Why are chairs so expensive?
Bro, that's the beginning of marriage, man. Buying furniture.
God, start there. Yeah,
This is a real investment, man.
Start there,
right?
bro.
Look, I
Get
got
out
a
of this.
side story, right? When Chia was first gonna move to LA, because I proposed and all that shit, she was very adamant about bringing her furniture from her house to LA, right? Because she loved her furniture so much, and she was like, and her fucking bed and all this shit, and I was like, and I was trying to say, what I meant to say was, whatever like you want to do about the furniture, I'm not like. That's not a concern of mine. Like, yeah, if you want to bring your furniture, cool, that's fine, right? But what I said was, look, I don't give a shit about the furniture. Like, do whatever. Like, I don't give a shit about your furniture. Cool, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she thought that I was trying to say, like, just I just don't give a shit. Like, fuck your furniture. You know what I'm saying? It turned into a whole thing. She was crying at the airport and shit. It was
Fuck
a
your
whole
couch.
thing.
You said fuck my couch.
Fuck your couch.
I ain't mean it
Fucking
like that.
Canadian couch. I don't give a shit about this shit, bro. But I was like, I literally don't care. You know what I'm saying? You want shit? This shit? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's dumb. Like, there's a lot of good furniture stores out here, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it turned into a whole thing, you know?
It's the way you say it.
Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't sound right. To
Yeah, I don't want to hear it come from you.
Say it.
I don't care. I'm like, yo, it's all good.
You could have easily been like, we can get all new things together.
There you go. That's how you say it.
Bruh.
That's not even what.
Together. You said fuck your furniture.
I don't give a shit about the furniture.
Even
That's
worse.
good. That's good. That's good.
I don't
She
give
gives a
a
shit. She gives a
Yeah,
shit.
she gives a shit.
That's the
Because
thing.
for whatever, okay, I don't know. Did she buy it herself? There's certain ties with, like,
Yeah,
when it
of
comes to
course.
material things, everybody has different attachment issues.
It's my grandma's couch.
Yeah.
There's a story behind this couch.
Or this was the first thing that I bought on my own.
Yeah, yeah,
Or I just
yeah,
got a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
sentimental value. I'm just now learning how to let shit go. like get rid of things, right? Like there was super attached to a lot of stuff, physical things. And then now I'm like, oh no, it's okay. We can always get more.
Yeah.
But I realize that if you're going to tell somebody else, like, fuck their stuff, you got to understand why they even care about it. But why do they even care about it to begin with?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you get one piece of furniture to care about. After that,
Which is fine.
I was gonna
Mine is
fuck
like my bed. Look, everything else in my house can go. Like the place that I have now, everything is it already came furnished.
oh, nice.
So I was like, okay, because it's not my forever place.
Yeah.
But the next spot that I get, ideally the goal is to have new things. But I was like, oh, okay, I have my bed. That's all that really matters. Everything else can go.
Yeah.
Well, when y'all moved from Toronto, what did you make sure? What did you like? I'm gonna have this.
Oh, I said I don't give a fuck about nothing. I have.
Oh, word?
Okay.
Out.
Yeah.
Fresh
But bro, we just
Yeah.
we're absolutely forced to
different
like
stories.
say fuck our furniture. So
Mhm.
we like just let all that go, threw that out, and then the rest of the stuff was like
We gave
Act
it
a
away.
little bit- yeah, we gave
it
shit
away.
away.
We're
Yeah, yeah,
resourceful.
yeah,
We gave it away.
Mhm.
How's life in Florida? Have you ran into like the Florida man's crazy Florida man's out there?
We're in
Not
Orlando,
part,
man.
no.
It's so calm. Well, also to just piggyback off that, you got to know like if you're trying to become someone else or like the new version of you, you got to learn how to let things
Right.
go.
Mhm,
So it's
mhm.
like to me, I can play devil's advocate there, and if I'm moving in with someone and maybe she's saying, "Okay, but my bed," I'll be like, "All right." That's gonna be a problem later in life. Fuck your bed. You literally don't need it.
Yeah.
Because now it's about, like you're saying, like the together thing. And maybe we find that worked for you alone. That may not work for us together now.
Right. I'm like, it's okay. It's a $25,000 bed.
Yeah.
There's that.
That's really
It's,
good.
it's like it's a $25,000 bed with
There's
heat
that.
and
Yeah.
cooling.
Bro,
It is
what?
an expensive bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. But
I was like, she comes.
yeah. All right, maybe,
You
maybe,
leave.
yeah.
Yeah, we ended up buying on Ashley's furniture. Got the bargains, bro. Like, so we ended up just.
I got
getting-
that. I got the sleep number bed. I'm
Oh
fancy.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the bed comes. The frame, everything else we can
Okay.
change.
Yeah, you hold on to that. You hold on to the
You know
sleep
what I mean?
number.
Yeah.
Baby, I come with a bed.
Yeah.
It's a good bed.
Yeah, we'll
It's
use your bed. Yeah,
adjustable.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you
no, you're
snore,
right.
I can put you up.
Really?
It's adjustable.
Yeah.
Never mind.
East side. Yeah.
Separate. I come with a very good.
Can I try it?
Yeah. Waking up like this. You
Why am I like this?
Shit, I'm up.
You were snoring last
What
night.
happened?
I was like, yeah, loud ass. I fucking
Just wake up like this.
at 11 o'clock every night. I move
Yeah, feet up
every night.
and head up at the same time.
Nikki, what the hell?
I was like, shut up. And then I wake up like that. Wait, why am I like this?
Well, shit, man. All right, fuck all that. You guys got a new show. You came here to promote.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it, please.
Canadian. Well, we came here to hang out, but yeah, we got a new show, Canadian Soil. It's called The Office Movers.
Yeah.
Scripted comedy in Canada. Like I said, Canadian Soil, but we're working on the U.S. distribution.
Tight.
Yeah, this is our real life, man. My dad owned a moving company for a long time, but worked office moving pretty much his whole life from like 25.
Tight.
So through all that, he's definitely like pulled us away from our YouTube videos to come work a full day at work with all these adults from like just the most sketchiest people.
Oh, it's a moving company.
Yeah, it's a moving
so your furniture is in your blood.
It's in my blood.
Damn.
I'm a mover. Bro,
What
actually,
a great
every move I've
conversation.
had was just like, this is where my office moving comes in. I'm like, I know how to flip the bed, how to angle it,
I'll
get
I'll
it
get the
through
bed
it.
on your house whenever
Yeah,
you're ready.
we'll do it.
I was like,
25.
wow, you guys do that so fast.
Bro, I literally moved my girl from LA to Florida
Yeah.
by myself.
What?
Like, okay, not like,
That's
not the
impressive.
trailer, but look,
That's impressive.
she had a trailer. She's in LA. She's from Orlando. She wanted to go back.
Mm.
She had a bunch of furniture she wanted to bring. And it made sense. I'm like, all right, this is good shit.
Yeah. What
Uh,
I should have said.
she had, she had some good. I had nothing, so I'm like, all right, you bring your
Oh, that's
shit.
good. Oh, that's
Yeah, what does that use that?
Does it match? No. Does it need
That's all
to,
good.
baby? You got it.
Bring that.
From upstairs into a truck, and then from there drove it to Orlando. Not us, but we met it. We met the trailer in Orlando, and had to unpack it all ourselves. But by the time you get it, it's all fucked up and broken. And,
You're like, why didn't we just buy something?
your TV stand is like,
So, yo, we spent 2 hours moving this futon.
bro, literally, I'm looking at all the things we could have threw out. I'm like,
Yeah.
this would have saved 10 hours.
So the show is pretty much your guys' life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not so much like the overarching story. We weren't trying to get too deep into like
Oh yeah, but
getting deep and telling the story, which I feel like a
What
lot
is
of people
your-
like breaking the TV and like, yo, I gotta do something different. I'm like, no,
You're like,
let's just. I'm just trying to make funny shit.
Type.
But we
Do it
definitely
alone.
needed a background in the world, and yeah, it's through and through. That's our dad. So
Yeah.
Where's the show? Is the show set in Toronto or like is there like a specific?
yeah, set in Toronto. Although the city it's not too important to the story, at least for
Mm-hmm.
now. Part of the experience was just trying to like set up this world, thinking about future seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a lot of what do you call it? Exposition you got to cover. Like, this is this guy. This is the world. This is why this works like that.
Mhm.
So it was a challenge to like get everything down and do just enough for season one without
Mhm.
leaving out too much. But I feel like we did a good job at it.
It's out now or like
October 10th. Sorry, October 11th.
Ooh.
October
10th is
11th.
premiere.
Shit, it might be out.
Maybe I
When
might
did-
Yeah,
start
around
doing that.
October
this
11th?
Yeah.
Some-
So, do you guys have
something
any
like that.
funny incidences that you can share on the podcast that's not on the show that you guys have dealt with?
Oh my god.
Wow, when this episode drops, it'll be October 10th.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Wow.
Tomorrow.
Stream that right now if you're Canadian.
Yeah, I mean, get your
Yeah.
VPNs up.
Yeah,
Probably
Get your
VPNs
VPNs
up. You know what I
up.
mean? Don't IPTV us.
Please
Stay
don't.
off the box.
Don't
If
pirate
you know
us.
anything they're saying right now,
Do-
You on bootlegs?
not anymore.
Oh, nice.
I don't have to.
If you get a VPN, you can change your
We
country.
used to have a black box back in the day.
I
Don't
subscribe to
play
everything.
with me.
African American box, Nikki Blade.
Shut up, Tim.
What's the African American box?
Black box.
Black box.
What's that?
That's how you.
You know the black box? We had the
That's
black
how you.
box.
That's how you steal everybody's like.
Oh, that one.
Remember
Yeah.
the police would like come to our not to our
Yeah.
house, but
That's
like
why I said I was like I had a black box. You,
Yeah,
you
we
know
used
what
to-
I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking
we used to
about.
have to drop it behind the TV. The police would come knock at our door.
Right.
We just
It's like a
push it to the
jailbroken
back.
cable box.
It is.
Yeah,
And then little-
exactly.
With the red numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
Someone was setting up a little satellite on our roof, and I'm like, "Yo, where's this work van? Where's this work uniform, Dad?"
Just a guy.
Regular guy. He's like, yeah, it should work. I'm like,
It should work.
work,
Like a tinfoil hat.
Literally, bro, he was not
Unmarked van.
equipped.
Y'all never did the satellite
On
thing?
direct TV.
We had to like install the patch and
Correct.
shit like over and over again. I don't know if you lived a satellite life. Somebody out there.
Yeah.
There's some kid that was like the satellite kid in the family. He's like 8 years old and he knows how to install the patch and plug in the USB and install it. That was me.
Mm-hmm.
How many episodes is the show?
6 episodes.
Tight.
Six
Yeah.
episodes.
Man, that's dope that you guys are doing scripted, man. I love that, bro. You know,
Bro,
to
it's so fun,
to
man.
be some YouTubers doing scripted shit is
Yeah,
beautiful, and
absolutely.
y'all got picked up. That's amazing.
And when you got the sketch blood in you, man, it's just so fun. It's like doing sketch comedy the efficient way, where it's like, damn, we got a team, you do that, da da da. Everyone's talented, everyone knows what they're doing.
Would you say that's like your favorite part about it? Being able to have people that know exactly
Yeah.
what they're doing now. You're
Mhm.
not just doing it yourself.
Yeah, most definitely. And
Yeah.
I love that we had to learn that on YouTube. Just like Literally every shoot is a production you have to put together. Like figure out the cameraman, who's acting.
I miss it.
Yeah,
It was rough though, bro. It was a lot of work, which is why we had to stop.
But
Yeah.
don't you feel like it's easier to now tell people what to do because you already know how long it takes for
Absolutely.
each thing to get done?
Yeah,
Absolutely. And we
It's-
could honestly like speak to each department like thoroughly. Like we know like, all about the props world. We know all about costume. We know all about this. So it was nice to actually like have these people who were pros in their field, and then we could
Yes.
share our vision, and they bring a little bit of their vision, and it was like I keep saying it was a true collaboration, man. It was great all around.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. Just wearing so many hats on YouTube and like figuring out how to do everything, and then getting to that point where it's like you almost forget to ask yourself like, what do you like doing? Like, do you like writing more? Do you like being behind the camera? Do you like directing? Do you like? It was just so many things. So when we got this opportunity, it was just like, yeah, what do we like doing? What do we want to do? And I feel like that was the most confusing thing in that time. But when all this was going on, we were moving, so I feel like it was just so.
Wow, how ironic.
Yeah,
You
Or
did,
coincidence.
yeah. But yeah, it was. Yeah, a lot of things were changing in life. A lot of questions we had to ask ourselves, and then we found ourselves here. But I do miss sketch comedy, and we really, 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 really want to do a like variety sketch show. on that
Man,
level, man.
them shits are so hard to pitch, bro. No one wants.
Bro, they're
No one.
scared, bro. The
I
first time I seen a network shiver over a sketch comedy show,
Nikki
it's
Blades.
so expensive.
Nobody likes sketch comedy. Like as far as like people that got money, they don't believe in it. You feel
But-
me?
Too
Yeah.
expensive.
But what do you think the real fear is?
It's
too
expensive.
You think it's just the financial aspect of it?
I think.
Yeah,
putting
I mean,
the
at least
trust-
all the conversations that we've had, like we're with a network that really, really, really trusts us to do.
Mhm.
Like they really trust us fully, love our content, all that. But we mentioned in sketch comedy, they're just like it's a new set every single time, it's a new costume every time, it's a new this and that. It's just like literally.
You
it's
see
just
their
too
faces just
expensive.
go. Mm.
But do
That's a
you-
big risk.
But do you think that there was a period of time where comedy was almost like really scary to invest into because so many people were getting canceled constantly? Like, is
That's
that
true.
something that needs to come into play? Because we're getting past, I think we're moving past a lot of the cancel culture
Yeah,
in
for sure.
some aspects
For sure.
with comedy. But
You seen what Diddy's on?
Oh,
with comedy,
Oh,
I said
with
with comedy.
Yeah, ain't no joke.
You hear what I said?
He has Revolt, no? You be
that's
talking
all
He had
about
what?
jokes.
Revolt wasn't funny.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
nothing
you're
funny there. That was music based.
Yeah.
But do you think that also played a part maybe at that time as to why like you can go ahead and pitch something and they invest all this money into your show. Next thing you know, you say something stupid and then your ass is done.
Nah, I think it was really
It's
just
just
money.
money.
That's all they
Okay.
care about. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it's tough just because like if we were to film something, I'm like, all right, we have a podcast sketch that we want to do. We need you to build this whole podcast room.
Okay.
2 minutes is done, and that's 70 bands to do this whole.
So, but
fucking-
yeah,
you know?
and then now you guys have to deal with another. You guys have different rules and regulations you have to go by once you reach a certain level, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you have to have people on set. I don't remember what I was watching, but someone had brought a dog, and they were saying the difference between being on YouTube versus actually working with other people is like you have a dog. That means you have to have a trainer. You have to have
Exactly.
all these things.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just
It's
like we're
expensive.
talking about, we're having a stunt meeting, and we're talking about like, it's just so official that like we're talking about just driving away. I'm like, all right, this part she drives away, she just kind of hits the gas a little hard. Like, oh, that's a stunt. That's a stunt. Like, bro, if it's just you two, we would have just.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so many liabilities and
Like-
bullshit.
There's like 7 people that got to stay and watch and make sure everything's good. The health
Bro,
the health
that's what I'm
advisor and this and that.
Not gonna lie, like high key, like with this movie I've been trying to write, I'm like, of course, ideal situation, I sell the script, it gets picked up by a production company, I don't have to worry about it, right? But I'm like, all that fucking red tape, I low key feel like, let me just do it so I can just do it.
Yeah, for
you
real.
know?
Really,
For real.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because we're coming from a world of like, this is so non-traditional. Like everything that you guys are even doing right now, like so much shit had to exist on YouTube for certain things to now be.
We get that Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce. Oh,
Say,
We-
give me that Beyonce.
We about to get out here in a couple minutes, so take it.
I was like, what does that have to do with the drinking? Grab the bottle.
No, I'm just
This
this
is
is
his
this is nice.
That
Yeah,
was-
that's a great
wow.
pour.
I was like, I'm asking for it because I would like some too. Please.
You want to? Tim, let me get that Beyonce.
He is
Be over
struggling.
here. But
This is.
He said, your story's cute. Beyonce,
So-
Beyonce.
so yeah, what was I saying? Everything had to exist for even YouTubers to be on TV now and
Mhm.
crossing over there. So it's like we're so non-traditional and we want to do things like, all right, man, fuck the stunt, man. Like we had a scene where we're driving and they're like, we got to hire police. And I'm like, bro,
What?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Just whip that thing.
That was us the whole time.
Just whip
That's how we used to do it.
You whip that
thing.
Get arrested, yeah.
Who cares, bro?
Yeah,
But it's like,
But there's somebody with a clipboard going,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
do you understand
Yeah.
what a
Literally.
lawsuit, do you
Insurance
know
slap-
do you know what a
so-
lawsuit
Literally,
looks like?
Literally.
yeah.
And to the credit, man, I feel like everybody eventually loosened up
Mhm.
in production.
Oh my
There was a lot of like at the start, it's like, we can't do that. Well, we can't do that. Then by the end of it, they're like, just do it. Yeah, man,
that's what we're doing.
come
man.
on.
And granted, we did go non-union.
On actors.
So
word.
yeah, on actors. So it was there. You know, we had some wiggle room, but people that were on set, they just genuinely wanted to be there, and I think that's ultimately what's going to come down to, man. You have to. It's so hard to fucking find a team that wants to genuinely work with you and genuinely believe in the project that you're doing. So we were afraid, man. There's so many. It was just us, honestly. We used to do everything ourselves. And now where it's like, bro, it's 150 people here. I have to make sure everyone likes us.
Yo, there's 100.
Half of them be there for no reason, dog. You got like
Oh,
fucking
God.
8 people looking over the script.
They're
and-
just there for the credit.
Oh,
They're
it's
just there for
ridiculous.
that little catch me at the end.
Well, shit, man. Look, I'm excited to watch. I'm gonna find a way to watch. I got VPNs and shit. I'll figure it out. Make sure y'all watch. If you're Canadian, especially if you're not Canadian, find a way to watch.
Yeah, come to the States, so we figured it out.
Because you know, look, we both come from the sketch YouTube world. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Just out here running and gunning, doing whatever the fuck we wanted. You know, it was a beautiful
Yeah.
time. I fuck with y'all. I've known y'all for so long, man.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be in Toronto. Y'all don't live there anymore.
We got to get you on season 2, though. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that, but no, we got to like season 1 was our definite. Yo, this is what we're doing. This is the world we're trying to create, and now we're just trying to have fun with our friends. A lot of people we met along the way, so it was hard for us not to get like a lot of states. Like we probably had one state card we can pull. Waleed took it.
Damn, Waleed.
But
Well, let me know.
Yeah, as we
You know I'm
go
down,
on,
bro.
man.
Let me
Hell
know.
yeah.
Let me know like way ahead of time so I could, book the nanny
The
and
babysitter, yeah.
get out there.
He said
Yeah.
way ahead.
yeah.
Way
Talk
ahead.
about it now. He said no. Schedule it
Yeah,
now. Put it
not
on the
because I need to
now.
learn my character or learn the lines, only because I get somebody to help watch these goddamn babies,
Yeah.
and I'll be out there, bro. We outside in Toronto, all right? All right, thank you to my guys, Trey and Jay, for pulling up one more time.
for
Follow
having
them
us,
on
man.
everything. Watch their shit. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Leave the couch at home, man.
Leave the couch
don't
at
need-
home,
And
girl.
low-
This
and
is a
lower
sleep
hair
number.
pre-
Bring the sleep number.
haircuts.
Lower haircuts, bring the sleep number.
Yes.
Lead a bed.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching No Chasing Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
Blaze.
Bye.